Welcome to Talk Dirt to Me, where two farmers shatter myths and take on the top issues facing America's farmers. Here's your hosts, Logan and Bobby Lee.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, the end of the year, it's here.
The end of the year is here. Man, does it seem like it blazed by to you?
Yeah, it just depends on the day. Well, they say the days go slow and the years go fast.
Yeah.
The year as a whole, I'm trying to even remember. Yeah, it's kind of all a blur. Sitting here and I don't know, a year ago, I guess I should have gone back and listened to our year end from last year just to see how much my perspective has changed on different things, which, you know how it is. Everybody with young kids, it's always flying by. You're zipping, and which of course we're recording here. It's December 22nd. Yeah. Because of course we didn't want to record on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, and so we're like, we're gonna have to go ahead and record early this week. But it's the last episode drop for the year. I don't even know what my point was there. Because the kids are out on Christmas break, like the greatest thing about that is like, okay, I don't have any ball practices, ball games, different club functions, like the whole world other than, well, vet clinic's still open, kind of stops. My wife even, which her company, she just had to take vacation, like they're still going, but
yeah,
she
devil worshippers, they don't care about Jesus.
Well, they'll take the holiday, but which I don't know. I guess I get a little bit salty because we're in a service industry, like because I got a bunch of buddies that some of them work in the ag sector and whatnot, but corporate side, and it's like shit. About Thursday of last week,
they've been done.
They were mailing it in like, we are done for the year. And I'm like, well, we'll take Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and used to it. Well, wasn't that long ago. I was out of school. We worked Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We would take off. We would close at noon on Christmas Eve, but we were like, no, Christmas Day is the holiday.
Well, that's what still sucks with Marcy, my wife, because she's a nurse.
Yeah, same way. Yeah.
So she works Christmas Day.
Yeah.
She has to work like a set number of holidays each year, and she tries to I think she pretty much has to work either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It's rare. And she's been there for 12 or 13 years. She's got seniority, but they still got to do it.
Well, we, of course, at the vet clinic, we're not open, but there's always animals there. And so we have a doctor in charge, through every holiday. And like at the beginning of the year, we kind of divvy them out.
Yeah.
Dad is not retired. He's, I guess calling him semi-retired is the easy way, because I get asked that question at least once a day on average.
Yeah.
Is he retired? I'm like, well, if you're asking me, I'd say yes, he is. If you're asking him, he would say no. So we'll just all agree to call it semi-retired. But that said, he is always taking Christmas. There's thankfully, unless shit really hits the fan, there's not a lot
of action on Christmas.
And really, any of the holidays, we've kind of gotten to where we don't keep a lot of really terribly ill patients in the hospital, just because now we have.
You're like, this dog is shitting blood. Get it the hell out of here. You call the owners, get this blood shitting dog out of here.
Shitting blood doesn't even excite me anymore. I had that conversation about it. I was like, just a little blood. He'll be all right. No. But
well, that's true.
That's not official medical advice.
But that's pretty much true. I had called Bobby Lee earlier. We talked about it on here. My dog was shitting some blood, and it was Penny. She was throwing up and then shitting blood. I called you because you said I was atypical. You're like, well, bring her in. We'll check her out. And then a little while later, I'm like, I think she'll be all right. I'll just watch her.
But yeah, anyway, now that there's for really sick stuff, there's clinics that are actually open to whatever. Point being, Dad still insists on doing Christmas. I'm like, just let me do it. We don't go out of town. I'm here anyway. It's not that. He's like, no, he still does Christmas. So we only have 6 holidays that we take. So the other ones that was split up the other 5. But
gotcha.
Anyway.
Gotcha. Well, here's what we want you guys to do before we get any deeper. First, we need y'all to hit that like button, hit subscribe, comment below, and let us know what you think of this episode. And leave us 5-star ratings on Apple and Spotify. You know, they didn't get anywhere close to 1,000, so I don't guess Good Ranchers has to give them anything.
Yeah, y'all let Ben off the hook.
Y'all did. Spotify still was crushing it. They're up. I don't even see where they're at. But I will say somebody on Spotify must have given us a subpar rating because we had attained a perfect 5-star rating, and now we're back to a piece of crap 4.9.
Haters are going to hate.
Yep. Somebody gave us a subpar rating.
I've always heard, which, again, I'm not going to talk about the vet business this whole time, but you know, you don't want a perfect 5-star rating like on,
because then it don't look legit.
Right. You just paid a bunch of people. You had all your employees, or you had your mom and all her buddies.
I feel like somebody that probably wasn't very good came up with that, though.
I don't know. I think that's
because we got a 5-star rating on Apple.
Like if I'm occasionally looking at like something I'm buying online and I'm like, all right, is this rated any good? And it is a perfect 5. My first thought is, okay, there's probably only ever been one review for this product, and somebody gave them 5 stars.
Yeah.
There's either just not that many, or they just totally stuffed the ballot box.
Yeah.
And actually, a buddy of mine who's really business savvy and has started several businesses, and is really, like, he goes to a lot of these meetings and stuff where they really hammer marketing. He had told me, he was first to tell me, it's like, you don't want a 5-star rating, like on Facebook reviews or Google reviews or whatever. I was like, okay. It's like, I can see it. He's like, yeah, 4.8 or 4.9. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a perfect 5 is like raises some eyebrows.
Yeah. Well, we got a perfect 5 on Apple.
Yeah.
We got a perfect 5 on there.
See how, is that out of like
320 something?
Oh, okay. Well, hell.
Yeah.
But surely there's been somebody that.
It averages it. Because if you look on there, there's actually, we've had some 4-star, we've had some 3. I don't know that we've had any 2, and then we've had some 1.
Yeah, I was about to say, who would give a 2? Like,
I don't know. And the 1-stars, I always get tickled because I'm like, those are just haters. Like,
oh yeah, and haters gonna hate. Baby.
They are, and we welcome it. Hey, welcome, come on. But the 1-star, I've always said that. Like, and I'm the type of guy. I don't know if you're this way. If I listen to a show and it's not what I really enjoy and it's kind of subpar in my opinion, I just don't leave a rating. I don't leave negative ratings.
I'm bad about, like, when it comes to podcast stuff, like the ones, especially for people I know, like yours that you do with your church, and like, okay, like, yeah, I want to help people out, but a lot of times, like, and I don't know, I guess I'm telling on her.
Oh man, are you about to say you don't leave ratings?
It takes me a while. I'm an asshole. Y'all don't be like me. Don't be assholes. Leave the rating. It takes 10 seconds.
It does.
Don't be like the people that watch my YouTube, you know, and you don't hit the thumbs up button, which I was doing the same thing. I was cooking tonight and I just had it on the TV.
Yeah.
I was cooking outside because it's like 60 degrees. And it's just going from one YouTube video to the next. I'm like, well, hell, I'm not hitting thumbs up on any of these because I'm too damn busy.
Dang.
You know, they're getting my ad revenue, but I'm not hitting the thumbs up. But
man, I make it a point now. I leave, if it's a podcast I enjoy, I leave 5-star ratings. And if I watch a YouTube video, like, I hit that thumbs up.
When I'm like actually watching, I don't just have it like playing on the TV while I'm doing something else. Oh yeah, I'm psycho about it. Like,
so y'all do that. Do that. It really helps. Give us that Christmas gift. I want to, at the end of this week, when Christmas has come and gone, I want us to look and I want us to see more ratings and reviews than we had the previous week.
That's the only present we asked for from you guys.
It is. It is. We do appreciate all the orders. I've got quite a few more to fill today. We had some people dominate. We got some big orders that have come in. At this point, you
get your T-shirts. Some hats still left?
Yes, there is still a few hats left. There's actually a couple of koozies left. Now, you that are listening to this, y'all are listening to this on Friday or later. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, so you'll already know this, but you're not going to get your order by Christmas at this point. Like, this is actually like the worst time to ship a package. The odds of, if we ship something right now, the odds of it being lost are pretty high right now.
Well, I'll tell you something pissed me off. I ordered a Christmas present for my wife, not from our good friends at Ag Zaga.
Was it that back massager thing you were talking about?
No.
You ruined my ads now. Like now I see that damn thing constantly.
Just from us talking
about it.
No, it's like this little bracelet line. It's nothing super fancy or expensive, but I ordered it on December the 8th.
Oh, wow. That's plenty of time for it to get here.
Well, and they sent like an immediate email, and they were trying to be cute about it. Our elves are working overtime to get this shit together, and but they really...
Is that what it said? Our elves are working overtime to get this shit together?
Essentially. I'm paraphrasing. but they were trying to be cute. It was something about their elves. I was like, what the hell ever, man. I expected this to order it on the 8th and it to ship on the 9th. Well, it finally shipped on the 17th. Which
dang.
I was like, God dang, that was awful. I was like, all right, we're still in good shape. Well, apparently they picked the most economical,
And it'd take like 4 months to get here.
The damn Pony Express could have ridden it to my house faster than the USPS. And it's like expected delivery the 27th. I was like, you sons of bitches.
Oh, man.
And then I got my wife. I don't know if I want to say what it is. It's kind of funny.
What is it? Now I'm intrigued.
Because this will come out after Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's my stupid ass Instagram algorithm. And I don't know why I even fall for this shit.
You got her the magic wand.
What's the magic wand?
The Hitachi, the magic wand that we talked about on here. The like ultimate sex toy.
We talked about that on here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been several episodes ago. It was actually when we were talking about doing the Christmas guide, the gift guide, and we were like, for your spouse, you can get her the magic wand.
I don't even recall that.
Man, yeah.
We must have been really deep into the bourbon.
I think we were pretty deep into the bourbon. And actually, that's a good point to point out to you guys. Whenever, because I'll have somebody like Dan, if you're listening, I'll tell you this. I'll have people that'll ask me a question and they'll be like, hey man, back 5 episodes ago, you said so-and-so on the show. Can you elaborate? Like say that? And I'm like, man, 5 episodes ago on a podcast might have been 5 years ago. Cause I don't even remember. And I can even go back. I have gone back and looked at previous episodes before and I'll be like, I don't remember ever even talking about that.
No, that's 100% true. That's what I ordered her.
What is that, a titty bag? What is that thing? What is that?
It's called the Tata towel.
Go back up. What is that? So is that for...
I don't know how this even got...
So one of those.
Yeah. I don't think I got her that size.
That's a large... What is that, like a G? Those things are melons.
It's the goofiest, stupidest thing. I'm sure she'll never use it, but they're not that expensive. And I was like... Is
that for when you get out of the shower?
Yeah, apparently. So...
hey, describe it for our listeners.
So it's called the Tata towel. And now you're probably all going to have it if you have Instagram. It's going to pop up on your algorithm. But it's basically, I could show you the picture, but...
I think you should describe it.
99% of y'all aren't watching on YouTube. So it's basically a towel that they wrap around their neck, and I guess it's kind of cupped, and then it kind of...
it looks like it goes up underneath their titties.
Kind of tucks up underneath their titties.
So do you have to order their cup size? Click on there.
Not to body shame the women that are on these... The women on these pictures, they're like plus size.
They're voluptuous.
Yeah, very curvy.
What? So do you have to put in their cup size? Because I can imagine if that size there.
Like they have a it says, Tata towels make your morning/evening routines no sweat. My patented towels absorb and eliminate uncomfortable bacteria-producing moisture, that dreaded underboob sweat. Which I assumed it's for when you get out of the shower.
That's what I'm assuming.
But I don't know that my wife has super sweaty boobs. I guess she does it when she's super sweaty.
I'm sure.
Customers also love their Tata towels for dorm life, which doesn't really fit my wife. Laboring with modesty.
Laboring? Oh, when they are giving birth.
I don't know. Maybe that's what it means. But they're wearing a gown.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Nursing, which my wife, she's past that.
But in nursing.
Menopause, I don't think she's...
Why would you... Really? What would the benefit be with menopause? Well, because they have hot flashes?
I don't know. I've never been there. Post-op recovery. Hopefully she's not, getting ready for anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
All kinds of different things. But I just kind of, it's one of those things, it was a total waste of money because I'm sure she's going to look at it and just be like.
But if she wears it one time, it'd be hilarious. And
it's not meant to be like a sexy thing.
Yeah.
But I was like,
for underboob sweat.
How did this get on my algorithm? And I was like, yeah, I need to get her like, because I've gotten her a couple of like nice things that were expensive, but I'm like, all right, typical. And of course, we put way too much emphasis on the bullshit of Christmas, the gifts.
We don't give each other anything. Me and Marcy
for the season.
Yeah, we don't give each other anything. She actually this year
we got to where like with my parents and my brother, like we don't anymore.
Yeah. That's how. Yeah.
We make a donation somewhere.
Yeah.
Donate to a charity.
To the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marcy last year, like every year, she's like, we're not getting each other anything. And I always still do, or I have. I don't think we did last year.
Yeah, this is always usually seems like a trap for the men.
Yeah. But this year, she was like, she said, seriously, I don't want us to get each other anything. And I said, we got to get something. And she goes, you can go get you a gun and say that it's from both of us if you want to. And I was like, well, now I might actually do this if you're serious. And she's like, yes, I don't want anything. She's like, so if you go buy a gun and that'll keep you from getting me anything, then go get a gun.
I'll usually tell my wife, I'm like, look, I'm going to buy this if you don't buy it for me. Like, and I try to be disciplined, like for the whole month before Christmas, like something I'm like, I really want or I need.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't have to have that before Christmas. I'll just send her the link. Like,
see, the bad thing for me is the things that I don't buy that I need are too expensive for someone else to buy me.
Well, you're right. A lot of things.
Yeah. And like the gun, I was like, man, I really want to do this, but I also just had a horrendously bad financial year. So it's like, I don't think that going and buying a new gun's a good.
Well, my wife for forever, like, cause I'd tell her, she's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, all right. And I send her like a link and everything. Cause I mean, I've already got my heart set on it. Like, I'm going to have this one way or another.
Yeah.
And then she won't get it. I'm like, well, we're still going to spend the money on it anyway. Cause we don't have split accounts. You know? I have a farm account, but like our checking account is joint. I'm like, why didn't you take advantage of being able to just get away with giving me that for Christmas rather than buy me something else that I don't like?
She wanted to surprise you.
Well, and I appreciate that. But how she can surprise me in other ways.
With the Tata towel.
Yep.
She's going to surprise him with the Tata towel. You guys can
probably
go.
Not anything you like. It's the most.
It's not an
impractical item. I'm going to find out from her real quick, but I guarantee it's one of those things. She's like, I'm never going to use this.
I was going to say, are we going to come swimming over there and she's going to be wearing the Tata towel?
I hope she's not going to be wearing only that. not if we have guests over now. But anyway, yeah, you can't get them at agzaga.com, but you should visit agzaga.com.
Yes. Yes, and use that. What is the code? Talk Dirt
20. That's $20 off a $50 minimum order plus free shipping.
Yeah.
All the good stuff. Bailnet wrap, things that are a lot more useful and practical than a Tata towel.
Yes.
So Tata towel really didn't realize that they were going to get this much
exposure. Yeah, I mean they should pay us
from my ag podcast.
Yeah, they're going to be like, what is this weird bump? Hey, I do want to tell you.
99% sure they're not made in the USA, so you won't hear about them later.
Well, and I want to add this on here for anybody listening.
Holy shit.
Are they made in USA?
We might come back to them later.
All right, well, there you go.
Are you kidding me? Well, hell, I'm glad I bought it now.
There you go. That can be our made in USA thing.
Well, I really can't speak to its quality yet.
Yeah, you have to get Kaylin to wear it and then report back.
You might hear about that one in a future episode.
But here, I do want to add this. If you order something that we recommend, most places when you order, they have like the little box where you can add a note or something. Put in there, Talk Dirt to Me podcast. Like somehow let them know the Talk Dirt to Me podcast sent you there. Like because
if you use that code, but
I mean like anywhere else,
the Made in USA code. Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, like let them know because we do not. AgZag is the only sponsor we have. Like we are not getting paid. When we do our Made in USA segment, those companies are not paying us. Like these are brands that we've used, we believe in. Like we know we like the product.
In almost every case, it's not even a company we've ever had any
interaction with.
Yeah, other than buying their product and using it. Like we don't have a relationship with any of these companies.
Yep. So let them know, like, hey, Talk Dirt to Me podcast sent me here.
Well, I mean, we legitimately do that segment just because we're
believers in it.
Strong believers. Buying made in USA. And then I also go one step further, buying local. Like supporting your local small businesses. And when they're selling made in USA products, that's like
icing on the cake,
like the double whammy. Like
the double fist.
I was fist pumping and yeah.
I thought you were double fisting.
I mean, I just got one whiskey.
I got to tell you a story. So, obviously things have been pretty foul on the farm, and I'm parting ways with some stuff, trying to mitigate some debt. And I got my Traco, my Deere 200 for sale. It looks like it's sold. It actually should be sold at this point in about 7:30 tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow for you guys listening. It should already have been sold. But I did the typical, put it on Facebook.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I had the standards like you did.
I've been there pretty much one time.
Yeah.
And I swore, I was like, this is not even worth it.
Yeah. Oh, it does suck, but it got it sold. But I told Bobby Lee when I came in, or he came in, I said, I got to tell you, I said, I had the most Jew interaction I've ever had out of somebody today.
Dan is now mad.
Dan, don't take it personal. And this guy actually is the guy buying it. Now, this episode, I don't know that he listens to the show. This episode will drop after he has already purchased the Traco and taken it back to his place. So if it offends him, I don't care. This guy, I needed to sell the Traco, and I had listed it at a high price because I was doing the typical thing. I'm going to list it high, and I got room to come down. So I came down. Like this dude, they came out and looked at the Traco. Now, this Traco had been throwing codes for a little while, and it's got a homemade apparatus up on the fuel where you fill up with fuel. Well, it's a PVC cap that screws down in there, and it lets water. Water is getting into the fuel tank, so you have to keep it covered. I actually have a bag over it, and I would run the Traco. Otherwise, the Traco is great. It's a Deere 200. It's a 2007 model. It has 6,900 hours on it, which is pretty low hours for that year. And man, I would run it. You'd run it, and an alarm would come up, and it would be water in the fuel. I'd go out and I'd drain out of the separator back there. I'd just drain the water out. So this Traco's been kind of a plague, and man, I just ain't been using it a lot, and I'd done some work on it, so I'm like, Traco's solid now. So I've had people come out, and every person that's come out and ran it, as soon as they start running it, that damn alarm goes off, and I'm like, God dang it. I'm like, this damn Traco.
I swear this has never happened.
Yes.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, if this guy backs out on you, we're going to have to edit this out of the podcast.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I'll be like, this Traco is great. That's great. No.
They're going to go back and listen. They're like, actually, the Traco you bought from that guy up there in Munford, they were talking about it on their podcast. How big of a...
Well, now, and here I can be my defense because it kept throwing that alarm. Another day, I finally was like, damn it. I just kept figuring, it can't have that much water in the tank. And so I would just keep draining out the separator. You go crank it, run it, it'd be all right. All right, well, I finally was like, all right, damn it. So there's a little, it's got an outlet on the bottom of the fuel tank. And so I said, I'm going to drain it until diesel comes out. Because, the water will separate from the diesel.
Yeah.
Water should be at the bottom, diesel will be at the top. So I got up under there and I cracked it open, and yeah, it was as expected. It was kind of like some just dirty water coming out. Dude, I bet 2 to 3 gallons of water came out of that fuel tank. It was a ton of water. I mean, it just kept running. I just sat there and waited. It just kept on running and running and running. And then finally, I saw diesel start coming out. So I turned it off the little thing and I drained the separator out one more time, and then put some fresh diesel in there, and we ran it for 2.5 hours and never threw an alarm. So that's what I'm going to say. The Traco's solid now. It just had a shit ton of water in the fuel. Well,
it's just getting into the tank.
Yeah, it's getting into the tank. I think it's coming in, like I said, through the cap. Now I've been putting a bag over it, but it just had a bunch of water in it. But let me tell you about this guy buying it. So he's buying it. I mean, he's supposed to buy it tomorrow. We got all the paperwork done. Everything's ready to go. They're coming to pick it up in the morning. Well, all right. So
bringing cash?
Doing a cashier's check, but it's verified. Yeah. I will add that, guys, if you're selling anything and you do cashier's check, you still need to contact their bank. You need a copy of it first because they can fake cashier's checks these days.
I'm sure.
So called, verified, all that. Everything there is good. I got the bill of sale. All that's good to do. Well, here, let me take you through the process of this deal. So I started this Traco, and in my mind, I had $45,000 as the minimum I wanted to take for it. Now, again, this Traco is like, it's a 2007. It's got some age on it. Equipment has really fallen off. So I was like, man, $45,000, but I need the money. And so they came out and looked at it, and they drove it around. And when the alarm came up and said water and fuel, I went back here and I drained the separator out, put it back on, and he got in it, fired it back up. He ran it for a while. I didn't throw the alarm, so he really didn't seem that bothered by it. Well, they looked around. He's like, man, I'm looking at a couple other machines. I'm looking at one just like this one. And he said, really? He said, what's your bottom dollar? And I said, man, I really didn't want to take less than 45. He was like, man, he said 40 is right where we were wanting to spend. And I said, man, I don't know. I said, let me think about it. And so he was like, all right. So they left. And I thought about it and I was like, really, in the grand scheme of things, I need 40 grand just as badly as I need 45 grand. That extra $5,000 is not going to make that huge of a difference in the grand scheme of things. So I was like, man, I'll take 40,000 just to get it moved. I need it for some cash flow standpoint. So I called him, or I texted him. I said, man, I'll take 40,000. So the next morning, this would have been this morning, I get a call from him.
Damn,
I'm getting choked up thinking about it. Shit.
You're going to text him right now and say, deal's off.
I'm going to say, piss off, man. So this morning he calls me. He says, hey, man, we'll do the deal. We'll take it for 40,000. All right. Now they saw my low boy there when he came to get it or came to look at it the other day. It's not hooked up to a truck or nothing. He said, we'll do the deal, but can you haul it to us? Now, they're in Walnut, Mississippi. This Traco is probably 45,000, 50,000 pounds. It's not that big, but it's wide, so it'd be an oversized load. I told him, I said, man, I can't do that. I said, just because, I said, I don't have licenses for oversized load. I said, I just got farm, like, I'm not set up to like haul, especially across state lines. He was like, okay, well, he said, I understand that. I said, yeah, I can't afford to get that ticket. And, cause I would have to cross scales, I'm sure too. So, I was like, no, I can't do that. He's like, okay, well, that's fine. That's no big deal. He said, we still want to do the deal. We just want you to pay half of the shipping. And I said, no, I'm not going to pay half the shipping.
Yeah, I already came down $5,000.
Yeah. I said, man, I'm already, and honestly, I had it listed for like 50. So I told him, I said, man, I came off the price $10,000. I said, no, I'm not paying any of the shipping. And he was like, oh man, well, he's like, that one in Nashville, that guy said he would haul it to us and he's asking 40,000.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. And I said, well, yeah, man, I'm not paying any of the shipping. I said, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And he was like, well, let me do some digging. I'll call you back. And I said, all right. So about 15 minutes goes by and he calls me back and he's like, hey man, all right. We'll do the deal. I got a buddy that's going to haul it for us. He's going to charge us $750 to haul it. We're going to pay $5. You're going to pay $250. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not going to pay any of the shipping. I said, I literally have come off the price $10,000.
It just makes me mad because I remember when I sold that truck. It's just all.
It's just
be like, dude, right now we make the deal or I'm blocking your number. Like,
well,
I'm not even going to take another phone call from you.
Well, that's what I said. No, And he goes, won't even do that. And I said, no.
Well, that's when you're tempted to say, and actually, I need $42.50 for it.
Well,
or $42.5 for it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll meet in the middle because I said 45. Like, yeah, it's going to take $42.5 to buy it now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told him. I just said, I said, man, and he kept going, man, I'm not trying to beat you up on this. I just,
Hell, you've already beat the shit out of me on it.
I know. And I said, no, I can't. He goes, well, all right, man, I'll call you back. I'll let you know what we decide to do. And I said, all right. So I mean, an hour goes by, and I know what he was thinking. He was like, we're going to ride this out. He's going to get desperate. And because, I mean, we were talking farming. They don't farm, but he's got buddies. He was talking about how bad it was. And like, yeah, it's terrible. And so they're like, this dude needs this. He's bad. He's in bad shape. And so he was thinking, yeah, I'll let this ride out. He's going to text me and be like, all right, man, I'll do the deal. $250. Well, I didn't. And I already was like, I told Marcy, I said, this is chapping my ass. I said, I'm about one step away from telling this bastard to piss off. Well, then I get a text from him, and he's like, all right, I'm going to give this one last shot. He said, we will do the deal for $40,000 if you'll put a full tank of diesel in that Traco for us when they come pick it up in the morning. And I said, man, you are beating me up over this. And then I texted him back and I said, I was listing the Traco at $50,000. You are getting it for $40,000. I said, you can buy the Traco as is, where is, with however much fuel is left in it right now, or you can go get a different one. Either way, I don't care. And so I just sent him that. And like,
I'm proud of you. I was afraid you were going to be like, well, shit.
No, he honestly, I mean, I told Marcy, pardon my language, but I was about to be like, man, fuck you. Like, I was getting so annoyed with this guy. So no, I literally sent him a thing and I was like, as is, where is, with the fuel that's in it. I said, if you want it, that's good. If you don't, fine. Like, I was like, I ain't. So then he calls me after about an hour goes by. He never responds to that text. And then he calls me. All right, man, I think we'll do the deal. And I said, all right, sounds good. And he was fine after that.
And see, I mean, money's money, and I know, but like,
it was a power thing at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's like the diesel thing. It's like, now what the hell?
Well, right. What? He's just trying to.
He's been like, oh man, I'm gonna even get this guy to. Not only are we getting him down here, I'm about to even get a damn full tank of diesel out of this bastard.
Yeah. No, and I don't know. Like when. I guess I just don't have the.
I'm not a haggler.
Right. I'm not either. Like I just. Like no, just in the $200 on shipping. $200.
Like, on a what? 40, you're paying $40,000. Oh, you're going to have to cover that $200.
Like what? Like,
and nobody does that. I have bought heavy equipment before. The buyer pays the freight.
And yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, it just. Yeah, whatever.
Well, I am a terrible. I was telling Brock about it. I said I'm a terrible haggler because I'm the type of guy.
Some people enjoy that.
Yeah,
like that. That is. I mean,
I was about to be like, you just come here and instead of leaving with this Traco, you're going to leave with a black eye, you son of a bitch. Like, I was like ready to just like, I'm like, you come on, bring your ass back here. But I was telling Brock, I said, I'm a terrible haggler because I'm the type of guy, I'm so bad at haggling that I'm liable to pull up if a guy's got something for sale. And I'll be like, all right, man, so you're asking 15 for that? And he'd be like, yeah, but I really need 17.5. And I'll be like, all right, I'll give you 20. Like I'm a terrible haggler. Like, I just can't do it. It makes me uncomfortable to be like, well, you got a dent here. I'll give you 5. I mean, a man on Facebook, it's wild how bold some of these people are. I'll have it listed at 50 and you'll just get, it won't even be a response, like any words. It'll just say 25. And I'm like, no. No.
Well, I was explaining, they said they would get a kick out of people that'd be like, yeah, you got it listed at 50. They'd be like, what if I give you 30 cash? Like,
what else were you going to give me?
Well, it's just like, oh, I mean, that really does not help me at all. Like,
no.
Like, I might give you a slight break, but Like, hell, it's not like I'm going to hide this money or anything, from the government. Like, I got to pay off other debts and well, but people who think that just because you're paying cash,
get a huge
it should
discount.
automatically be like a 50% discount.
Yeah. Well, this guy asked me when I came off the price, $10,000. And while we're there, this is when they came there and we're looking at the machine, and he asked me that. He said, he said, man, I don't know, does it make a difference if we give you cash or not? And I said, no. I said, it's going to pay shit anyway, so I don't care what you give it in.
Bitcoin.
But dude, I was just, man, like I was truly flabbergasted by like how this dude just kept on and on and on. And when he said the fuel thing, that's when I'm like, this guy's just power tripping or something. Like he's like, because that's what Marcy was like, well, how much would it cost you in diesel? I said, because it's pretty low on diesel. I mean, it actually had a quarter of a tank of diesel in it. Now it has about an eighth of a tank of diesel in it. And I thought about siphoning a little bit more off. Like I told my dad, I was like, because Dad actually ran it, putting in a culvert for me this afternoon, and he burned a good bit of diesel on it. And like I said, it ran great. But I was like, I ought to leave like a 16th of a tank of diesel. Like I want him to get it and then be like, damn, I don't know if this thing's got enough diesel to get it off the trailer or not.
Fuel lights on.
Yeah. Like it just chapped me.
Well, like when I listed that truck, which that's the only like actual real thing I've ever sold on Facebook. And people were like, they're just idiots. Cause I'm like, buddy, they were offering me more than that on trade-in, and I wasn't happy with that. Like, yeah. And because of the way the taxes work, like I've got to sell it for significantly more than they were offering me on trade-in, or I'm better off just trading it in. Yeah. And people, I'm like, are you? And I had to stop myself from arguing with them. Yeah. Like, I was like, you must think I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Oh man, that's how. I mean, that's how I was with this guy. Like
and now it all, because I do a little bit. I hadn't done it in a while. Like just lurking on Facebook Marketplace. Yep. I'm bored. I'm, sitting in the doctor's office somewhere waiting. Like, all right, I'll scroll through here, and you see like the people that are like they're really harsh in their description. Yeah. If it's still up, it's still available. No tire kickers. Price is firm. All this. I'm like, damn, like they're a little bit abrasive in their ad. I'm like, no, I know exactly why they are that way now.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They sold a bunch of shit on Facebook and they're over the bullshit.
So here's my exact text to him. Yeah, he said, I'm going to give this one more go. Fill it up with fuel, and we will send our mechanic there with a low boy in the morning and get the deal done, unless he sees something bad we just haven't. And then I said, man, you are beating me up over this. And then I said, I've come down, I actually said 55K, but I had bumped it down. I said, I've come down from 55K to 40K. I've been straight with you the whole way. At this point, the price is $40,000 as is, where is, with the fuel as it sits. I'm not adding anything else on top. If that works, it's yours. If not, understand. Yeah. And that did the thing. Like, I honestly think it was just a shift in the power dynamic. Like,
yeah. He was just, he is an ego thing. Yeah. I just need to feel like I got the last word in. Like I got him to give me just one more little. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I at that point, like I told Marcy, I said, if he responds back to this and he says something else like, well, like hell, knowing his ass, I'm surprised he didn't say a half a tank of diesel in there. Like, yeah. I mean, at that point, I told her, I said, if he tries to like counter again, then I ain't selling this Traco to him.
Just be like, buddy, I'm literally blocking your number. Yeah. Like you will not be able to call or text me now. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I thought about like, I told her, I said, it made me want to do like you said and be like, all right, yeah, I'll pay the freight halfway, but it's now going to cost you $45,000 for the Traco. Yeah. Like you're going to pay substantially more for the machine. So, man, it's just crazy. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how some of these people operate like they do.
We'll need an update next week whether or not this baby got sold.
I know. But, yeah, if you're listening, the Traco actually is great now that I drained 3 gallons of water out of it.
Here's something, mate. You may not need to sell it. Did you buy your Powerball ticket?
No, I did not. I didn't.
Second time in my life I bought one.
What is it at now?
I think it's nearly at the same thing it was when the folks right here in town won it. I think it's up to like 1.5 billion.
Oh man,
I'd be real pissed if I had to split it with 2 other people like they did.
Yeah, I would too.
They only got 528
that would
million
suck.
or something like that. I think. I mean, I mean, God, just 2/3 of it just gone like that.
Gone.
And then you got to pay taxes. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what's the Powerball.
Man.
But yeah, I think I saw somewhere it was like 1.6 billion.
I'd heard somebody the other day talking about buying a ticket, but I hadn't bought a ticket.
Literally the only other time in my life I bought one, literally somebody 5 miles down the road
won it. I didn't buy one then. Well, no, actually I may have.
ChatGPT can't even tell me what the Powerball's up to.
Oh man. All right. I got a couple of emails we're gonna read. Jacob writes in, listening to y'all while planning some grazing today. Now, he wrote this in, earlier this month. While planning some grazing today, I wanted to give y'all 2 companies to add to the Made in USA segment. And actually, I'm familiar. I have used both of these. And Bobby Lee has used, for sure, one of these, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, estimated jackpot is $1.6 billion.
I could do all right with that. What is the take-home lump sum?
The cash is only $735 million.
Dang, I don't know if I could live off of that. Only $735 million.
You could buy probably close to 700 X9s.
Yes,
that's
exactly what I would do.
That's all you could buy.
Only 700 X9. Yeah, that is really crazy to think.
This is like a flex move. How many do you think you could fit on your parking lot down there by the Blue Farm store?
If you had that, oh man, I could fit a good bit. Now, no header on them though, of course. Yeah. I don't know. I could probably put 12 or 15 down there, line them upright.
Just like if you had $700 million, like
you can't even walk around down there. But I would have like X9s.
Call it during me like, I'm gonna pay cash, deliver 12 of them. Just let them sit right here, just so people drive by.
Oh man, Bobby Lee, how you gonna do me like that? Gosh damn! God bless.
Is it that bad?
It's pretty bad. That one, I almost could taste it. It was so bad. Damn, what'd you have? Beans for lunch?
No, I had like some leftovers.
It was rapid and violent. Like it's gone now.
Quickly dissipated.
Whew, shit, that was awful, man. That kind of burnt my nose.
There was some broccoli.
Stings the nostrils. Okay, it kind of had I could tell it had a little broccoli hit into it there.
So, some broccoli and rice and chicken. I ate chicken for lunch that way because we ate flank steak for dinner.
Yeah.
When you eat chicken and then you follow it with steak, you savor that steak just so much more.
Yeah. Broccoli and chicken and rice. Were you bulking?
No, I was just doing some leftovers.
Oh. Man, well, it's talking to you.
Is that bulking food?
A lot of your big bodybuilders eat rice and chicken constantly.
Yeah.
Tony used to work with, he would eat rice and chicken for breakfast.
When people look at me, that they think bodybuilder.
They do. That is very true. All right. Jacob writes in, listening to y'all. Oh, yeah. So he said, I wanted to give you all 2 companies to add to the Made in USA segment. I'm actually surprised if we have not done, I feel like we've done one of these. The first one is Great Plains.
We have.
Okay.
Yeah, because my dad's got a Great Plains.
All right.
No-till cedar.
Yeah.
It's always weird because it's not a no-till planter. No-till cedar. Yep.
Well,
it's been a while. But yeah.
The big, the 30-foot drill that they planted wheat with is also a Great Plains.
They pull that thing back out?
No.
Oh.
Oh, but they've used it one time planting wheat. I tried. We considered this year.
Literally one time.
Yeah. Bought it.
I know that thing that they didn't pay anything for.
Yeah, bought it at auction for, I don't know, cheap. But yeah, we almost got it out this year and used it to plant some wheat, but it needs like all new openers. And then the other is Mossberg Firearms, and I am almost certain we've done them.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They were literally, look, because I got my list of all the ones we've done. Well, I didn't put it on there. I was actually, I can tell a little story later, but yeah.
Was that one of our early ones?
Mossberg? I don't think I've done Mossberg, but I was working on a shotgun last night, and I was looking at the box like, damn, I got to put that one on the list, and I haven't officially put it on my list of ones we can do, but yeah.
We hadn't done Mossberg?
Well, let me see.
Because I got a 930 and my 500. I could have swore I've talked about my pistol grip pump on here.
Well, maybe we have, but Lord, I don't have them in any kind of alphabetical order or anything, and I don't know if there's a way to search.
Yeah, and so you got to go through 217 or something.
17, yeah. Hey, there is Great Plains, though.
Okay.
I found it.
But no Mossberg.
When it comes to guns and knives, we've done so many.
It's hard, yeah.
Those, yeah.
They're a safe bet. They're like whiskey, It's kind of like whiskey.
You might hear about them again later on then.
Yeah. we will keep that in mind. Appreciate that, Jacob. We're always looking for good recommendations. All right, Brad writes in, and this was earlier this month as well. Greetings from frigid southeast Minnesota.
Wow, I bet it is frigid.
Yep. To keep on the topic of boobs. So I'm already enjoying where we're going with this one. And we have been talking about boobs in this one with the Ta-Ta.
Yeah.
I recently started watching a series on Netflix called Homeland. Through the first 4 episodes, there are several scenes with nearly full nudity. There is also an episode where the scene...
That's not all we're interested in a good TV show.
It's like people can write in, hey, if you want to see good titties in a show, you need to tune into this one. He said there is also an episode where the scene references Munson, Tennessee. All right, Munson, Tennessee. Where's Munson? I've heard that.
I don't even know if it's a real place.
I thought it is. I swear I've heard of Munson.
Munson?
Yeah, look that up.
Munson. There's a Munson, Florida, a Munson, Pennsylvania.
Man, I feel like I've heard of Munson, Tennessee.
There's not a Munson, Tennessee, according to Google Maps.
Okay, well.
There's a few roads. But yeah.
Gotcha. Well, he says he's
I bet in TV show it's probably just it may have been just
a fictional town.
Yeah.
He says, I am a fifth generation row crop farmer on the side as I work full time for the fraudulent state. He says, I also have 17 Dexter beef cows. Dexters.
Yep.
I don't see them around here, do we?
They're a smaller breed. They're not like a mini by any means, but yeah.
Gotcha.
I believe they're black. You might can have red ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not an expert, but on them. But.
Gotcha. Awesome, Brad. Appreciate you writing in. Homeland.
I've heard of that.
I haven't heard of that one.
Because I think it's not a. I think it's one of those shows that's been out for a while.
Okay.
You could probably binge it and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll have to check out that. I don't know. What have I been watching? I've been back on my Landman kick and Fallout.
I watched an episode of Landman last night.
Yep, it's good.
My wife and I sat down to watch it. I watched it.
She go to sleep?
Yeah, the TV watched her.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens with my wife. All right.
Oh, hell, I left her laying there. And when I got home tonight, and we were sitting there talking, I was like, when I go to podcast, you need to go ahead and watch that one. I was like, what time did you finally come to bed? Because I went to bed at like 9:45, maybe 10.
Yeah.
She was like, I think it was about 11:30.
Oh, Marcy.
She was all covered up. She already had a blanket on her and everything.
She didn't have her Ta-Ta towel on. She don't have it yet.
No, so
okay.
We don't have it.
Damn.
Yeah, I got to be sure she doesn't listen to this until at least Saturday, which I don't think she'll listen to it anyway.
Oh, is that when she's getting it?
Well, it's not going to be here in time for Christmas.
Oh.
Which that one, I'll defend them. That one's my fault. I didn't put in the order till like last week.
Does she listen?
She does some.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's not one of our like.
As soon as it drops
in our Spotify Wrapped or whatever, she's not the person who's.
You don't wake up to her listening to us at 4:30 a.m. On Friday morning.
No, she's not up at that time of day. Yeah.
All right, Maddie writes in. Now this is pretty fascinating. Whoops. Oh, how did I do that? The ear. Interesting. I guess that's so that I have never known what that button on this board does.
What does it do?
I guess it's so I could like talk to you off the air. See?
So could the audience not hear what you just said to me?
No. See, if I push this button, it'd be like, I guess if I wanted to be like, hey, Bobby Lee, did you hear what so-and-so did the other day? Like they would just not know.
But I bet you think my microphone probably picks you up a little bit.
No, like look at the bars up here. Let's see. All right. Let me think. Hey, Bobby Lee, did you hear what somebody the other day? Well, hold on. All right. Well, now I'm confused because it is picking up there.
All right. Now we're experimenting live during the show.
So actually, if I wanted to do that, I'd have to hit both of these.
Yeah. Now.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, that definitely muted us.
Yeah. I don't know what the ear's for. Interesting. All right. Sorry, guys. We're exploring the technicalities on this board that I've been using for 5 years. All right. Maddie writes in. This one's pretty cool. It actually has kind of has my gears turning. I even told my wife about this. So Maddie just wrote in. This was after last episode. Let me get a sip of my whiskey here. She says, "Hey, so for FSA programs, the beginning farmer is technically someone who has not filed a Schedule F on your taxes for 10 consecutive years.
Consecutive?
Did you know that was in there? I knew 10 years. I knew after the 10-year period, you were no longer considered a beginning farmer, but I didn't know it was consecutive.
So if you got out for a year?
She says here, if you were to take a year off of doing that, if feasible, you would be able to be a beginning farmer again starting another 10 years, which is a pretty valuable thing to know. And she's got a lot more in here. We're going to get to that. I want to get to that first. If you could, how could you do that? Because you essentially don't file a Schedule F, but how do you do it? If you could avoid filing a Schedule F and kick back over another 10 years, dude, that would be a game changer. Like from a buying land standpoint, you would open, for people that are listening that don't know why this would be such a big deal. When you are a beginning farmer rancher with the FSA, that's Farm Service Agency.
Division of the USDA.
Yes.
United States Department of Agriculture.
Yep. You can qualify for a lower interest long-term real estate loan that's different than what anybody else has. Like Farm Credit, their competing loan is a 30-year loan. Right now, you're going to be at 7.25% on the interest rate if you're lucky. With FSA, the beginning farmer loan, it would be a 40-year loan, and you'd probably be at 4 or 5% interest right now.
Yeah, better interest, longer terms.
Yep. You could even do some equipment.
Well, but like on the land stuff, there's still a maximum they can have loans.
$600,000. So,
but just me thinking, so let's say you did that, you got, the note or the loan to buy some land, then you didn't file 1 year so you could get back in. It's not like you get another $600,000.
No, what you could do, because then my wheels got to turning. I'm like, all right, what you would do is you would get in 10 year, you'd buy that farm. You would do it for 10 years with FSA. And then you'd drop your Schedule F for 1 year, and in that 1 year, you would refinance that farm for 30 years through another lender. Yeah, your interest rate's going to go up. Your payment's going to go up a little bit, but you've already paid on 10 years. So you could refinance that amount, and then you'd start back over with the beginning farmer. So then you would have cleared that $600,000 because you refinanced it.
You could then buy another $600,000 property.
So you could kind of do some finagling. And
I don't know. That's a lot of
Oh, it is. But seeing the other part on a beginning farmer, you get paid, like all the programs actually pay more. Like EQIP program, if you're considered a beginning farmer for the cover crop stuff, you actually get more money per acre than like a standard operator. So there's a lot of perks to it. But my only thing is trying to figure out, how would you not file a Schedule F? Like, I don't know enough about taxes to know. I mean, there's got to be a way you could try to do it. But, like if, on a farm, hell, man, working even just a moderate size, you might take in $700,000 or $800,000.
Yeah.
And then you also pay, if it's like this year, you take in $700,000 and you spend $900,000 or $1 million. So it's like, what do you do with that on your taxes? Because if I don't have a Schedule F and I just filed that regularly, then I'm going to get taxed on I'm basically going to get taxed on $700,000.
Yeah, I don't understand even remotely enough about our complicated ass tax system.
Yeah. Maddie, I want you to let me know, how could you do it? So,
well, you might just have to quit farming for a year.
Yeah. Sit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had a buddy, you'd be like, hey, man, I'm going to lease you all my ground for 1 year. You just I'm going to sublease everything to you. You cover those, and then, you sit out for 1 year. That'd be the way to do it. And then you the next year, you could be like, hey, man, you want to do the same thing? I'll sublease yours for 1 year. Kind of figure it out. All right. And then she says, on another note, depending on how your wife files, or if your wife files with you, you could put all your crop and average reports in her name as a woman, because they are socially disadvantaged and get free NAP coverage, etc. She would just receive the 1099 on what was received in her name. So, like when the FSA or whatever pays, 1099 will go to her.
I know of companies that, a husband and a wife own a company, and they put everything, or like she's the majority partner, like 51%, or it's all in her name because of, like, especially if they're doing anything where they can get like government contracts to do stuff, they get preferential treatment.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
It's a stupid ass game that they didn't make the rules for. That's what I always go back to. Our tax system is so damn stupid. Like sit here and admit, like, my primary income comes from off farm. My wife has a great job. Veterinary clinic's really good to us. The farm really, in a lot of ways, one of the biggest benefits of it for me is we have this stupid ass tax system. So in reality, I really take a lot of pride in when we buy a group of calves and having them make money for us. But really, like,
you do better when they don't make a lot of money,
right? Or I need to buy a bunch of stuff that I'm either want, / maybe need, but just because we play a stupid ass game, the system is so damn stupid. But then I know a lot of people are like, well, no, you don't want them to change it because, like, you need, like, the write-offs, it really benefits you. Well, what if we just lowered the tax rate to what we're effectively paying anyway without us having to spend all the stupid amount of money for write-offs? Which then all my equipment dealers will be like, oh, hell no, man. We love when you call us every December. And they're like, well, shit, I need to buy something because or if I'm going to buy it anyway, I need to go ahead and get it done before the end of the year.
Well, that's what, I don't know.
That's when I bought my rake and it got delivered, I was talking to the guy that delivered it, and he's like, yeah, he's like, we do see a bump, and he's like, I do a bunch of delivering this time of year.
Yeah, got to get them tax write-offs.
Yeah.
So she said most offices around allow husband and wife to sign or report for each other. Being socially advantaged, which is woman, black, Hispanic, et cetera, et cetera.
Disadvantaged.
Yeah, disadvantaged. Yeah, sorry. Gets coverage for free for life. She said, noted that the FSA or NRCS office cannot legally ask you or tell you that you are not socially disadvantaged. There is also what?
Why can't you just identify as a woman?
Well, I told who I was telling.
Like you and Marcy are lesbians.
Yeah, I've told. Who was I telling? I was telling somebody that the other day.
I'm being dead serious.
Oh yeah, in this day and age, I ought to be able to.
I'm being dead serious. I saw a thing where some guy like killed somebody somewhere, and you don't ever know if you read on the internet. It's true. It's like in Seattle, and it's clearly a dude, like 1,000,000,000% a dude.
Is he going to a women's prison?
No, but he's now changed his pronouns because he considers himself transgender, and so in court they're having to refer to him as a she/her. Like, why can't, like, let's make a mockery of the system. I mean, you didn't create this system.
Yeah.
You woke up one day and said, man, I feel like a woman.
Yeah.
Just like Shania.
I literally told someone that exactly the other day. I was like, I ought to just go and be like, hey, I'm a woman.
And you're sleeping with a woman, so you're a gay woman.
Yeah, I'm like super socially disadvantaged.
You're a lesbian.
I'm a lesbian. Yeah, man, that's like peak.
I don't even think we
what about, I'm probably Native American if I really wanted to be.
I guarantee you got as much as Elizabeth Warren.
Pocahontas, yeah.
And she made it all the way to the damn
I am a lesbian Indian.
Lesbian Native American farmer.
Yeah.
Like, how rare is that?
Man,
like,
that is true.
You're in rarefied air right there.
Shit, I feel like I'm a big deal. I feel like I am floating above myself right now.
I'm just proud to know you.
You should be. Really, you should be. You are in rare air right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. I never thought about that. Now I know. And that's what she says. There is also a category called disadvantaged farmer. They would be making less than the median average home income of the county you live in. This would also go towards getting free coverage or 99% cost share on NRCS practices. Golly, 99% cost share. That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, 99% cost share on NRCS practices.
So what do they mean by NRCS practices?
Well, I'm wondering, like, cover crop system.
So they would put in your cover crop for you.
Basically, 99% cost share.
You'd be like, here's $25.
Yeah.
Y'all cover the rest.
Yeah, I'd go in there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it really is nuts to think. Wow.
Well, do you remember those commercials that used to be on TV? Yeah, for our younger audience, you had to actually sit there and watch the commercials. I mean, you maybe go get up and take a leak or something, but it was like a guy trying to sell a book on all the government programs that you could like sign up for. He's like, there's $500,000 to start a bee farm, and all these different programs. And like literally, it was just because there are so many bullshit programs. And I say, some of them maybe are legit, but all the different like grants and crap you can get.
It's crazy, man.
Just all this money that they're just giving away.
Yeah, it is wild how much. I mean, there's a bunch of there is actual groups now that they like just go through grants and try to find them and try to help navigate it because there's so many. And I mean, if you are considered, like I said, social, and I get frustrated with that. Look, I've said it. I think we've said it probably on here before, but I feel like everything is against the white man. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, it's just not.
Oh yeah, nowadays.
Nowadays it is.
Which they would argue, well, but you were so.
We had years of advantage, Yeah.
Too bad we were just born too late to experiencing those advantages.
Yeah.
Just like all the I guess the whole thing with black people getting reparations. Well, all these people were born
after.
Yeah, they were fortunate that they were born after that. Black people were disadvantaged.
Yeah.
And I know some people are, they're still disadvantaged. Well, hell, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I know some guys that have done very well.
I just hate that people even worry about that crap.
Me too.
And of course, I'm an asshole for even saying
well,
that.
You're a white man.
Privileged white man.
Yeah,
of course,
your white privilege is showing right now.
I mean, I'll feel real privileged when I get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, start feeding animals, take my ass to work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying. I have a really good life. But
yeah, I know he only works a half a day.
Yeah. I mean, that's about right. Alarm goes off at 5. It probably is about 5:30 before I'm actually doing chores. And then I go to the office, and then we usually, well, hell no, I work more than 12 hours. Then if you really want to look at, if you don't count my lunch break, because then when I get home, I have to feed more animals. So, I start at 5:30 and I go till. It's probably
but the feeding and all that's just playing. It's the clinic that they're saying is half a day job for you.
The clinic, it is. I mean, it's really only like a third of a day.
Yeah, Bobby Lee only works a third of the day.
It's like 7:30 to 5:30.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. And I did have an interesting conversation today. I talked to a guy that's in the finance world, and he actually claimed, as we kind of wrap this up, this is maybe this is some hope for some guys going into next year. Man, I shot my bow yesterday, but damn, left shoulder just kind of hurt me after doing that. Been a while. But he said that we've got 3 payments coming. And I said, man, I don't know. I said, I've only seen about this one bridge like the farm bridge payment or whatever. That's not going to be very much, like probably $40-something. Oh, and speaking of that, I gotta come back to that. I forgot something I got to tell you. But anyways, the payment, and it sounds like the speculation right now is corn is going to get $48 a bushel, around there.
$48 an acre.
An acre, yeah. I wish it was $48 a bushel. Shit, damn, that'd be pretty sweet.
Those X9s might be.
Hell yeah, I would. Hell, I'd be the one pulling up in a Ferrari. But
it wouldn't work because unless you were the only person that got.
That's true. Yeah. That money would. Yeah, it'd be dried up really fast.
We'd have a record corn crop just in terms of acres planted next year.
It would. Yeah, it would be nuts. But
there'd be no soybeans planted.
No, $48 an acre on corn, and it's probably close to $31 an acre on beans. And I think around $98 an acre on cotton, and I think $120 or something an acre on rice. Is what I had seen. But that's speculation, so don't hold me to that. It could be more, could be less. I would ebb toward the less side before I would the more side. But But this guy was saying that that's going to happen. He also said that there's some disaster payment that's going to be coming even from this year. But I said, man, no, they did that. And he said, no, it's a big one that's coming. But then he told me, he said, but in October, because he's a farmer and he's in the finance business, he said,
I was about to say, I don't want to, you don't have to say who it is, but what's his occupation?
He's a banker. He's a banker, actually.
Well, I have no idea who this is, but I would immediately think, well, okay, maybe he knows what he's talking about.
Well, and that's what because I was like, nah, man. And he said in October, farmers, he told me, he said, man, in October, farmers are probably going to get the largest payment that they've ever gotten.
This coming October?
Yeah. And I said, really? Why? And he goes, man, the one big beautiful bill, there's some changes that he made. He said, and I've talked to some guys up at the USDA office, and he said, they literally told me that this will probably be the largest payment farmers have ever received. And I said, well, shit, the big problem, though, is we got to make it to October. And he said, well, that's the thing. He said, you got to make it. But he said, yeah, he said, man, they said this will probably be the largest, like, one-time payment that farmers have ever seen. So I have no idea. I'm going to tell you right now, if I got enough of a payment to kind of dig myself out of the hole, I'm still going to drastically change my plan of attack. Yeah. And the problem that's going to happen is if we get, and I think we do need more of a payment. I know that some people hate to hear that. I hate to hear it to a degree, but it's just the stone cold facts. We do need more payment to try to get out of this because things are really bad. I haven't talked to anybody that things are good. But if we can get out of this hole, the problem is there's going to be two things. You're going to have people either modify their operation in order to try to survive the lows, which is what you need to do. You need to be cutting, you need to lean out, you need to be looking at other options to try to make some money. You just need to be modifying to be more perseverant. Now, like we've said, if you have multiple years in a row of really bad, it really don't matter, honestly, how bad to the bone you are, unless you just have unless you're a veterinarian you're a full-time vet. But no, the other problem, or the problem is, you're going to have a lot of guys, if they get the payment and they get bailed out, they're not going to do anything any different. They're just going to keep farming like they always have, and they're going to be sucking hind tit again.
Right, and that's the problem with like just continuous bailouts, right? You
nothing changes.
Right. And so, yeah, and that's why, and I don't know what the correct percentage is, and I would say it's true for any business.
Some people need to go out of business.
In any industry, for it to keep getting better, you need a certain percentage to fail, to cycle things over, bring in new blood, that sort of thing. Keep things from being too stagnant. I'm sure there's probably a business class out there that probably has an exact figure, like
turnover rate.
7.5% of businesses in any industry theoretically should be, failing each year to allow. I don't know.
Yeah.
What
you're right.
The number would be. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's less. But
yeah, you're right. I mean, and that's why I'm like, I'm trying to hang on and modify. I want to set up where, and see, the thing about it, man, if you get your operation leaned down and you stay disciplined in that, then like we said, when the things are good, you can make a lot of money. Like there is potential to make a lot of money.
And then just don't fall into that trap of
burning it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now you make a bunch of money, hey, I'm a believer. You enjoy some of that money, but you make a bunch of money, put a big chunk of that money into some savings. It may not bail your ass out on all your debt, but maybe you could live out of that, at least cover your living expenses or something.
Enjoy yourself. It's like, did you see that news clip whenever they were, I think it may have been the last time the lottery got up this high? It was in Vegas, and they were like interviewing people that were buying tickets. Like, what are you gonna do if you win? The guy said, a bunch of hookers and cocaine. Well, what's the first thing you're gonna buy if
hookers
you win?
And cocaine. Hey, well, he can't take it with him.
And of course, they were like live on like the Channel 2 News or whatever. She was like, okay, and we're back to the studio.
Well,
you were randomly asking, or you were asking random strangers questions live on TV.
That's a dangerous game to play. Yeah, that just is. But Yeah. Well, the other thing I was going to add is I think my New York Times interview is never going to see the light of day.
You weren't.
I wasn't. What's the word for that? Like, I wasn't abrasive enough. I didn't attack Trump. I didn't give her what she wanted, because I even followed up with her last week on an email just to be like, hey, I followed up and I said, hey, I just reaching out to see what the timeline was on the video. Ghosted me. No response.
Well, I always get a kick out of it. Like, I mean, obviously, again, there's no secret. I'm sure our audience, would agree. Like, the vast majority of the ag community is very conservative.
Yeah.
And, leading up to any election, this was probably 10, 12, 15 years ago. Remember, they'd be like somewhere in like random place in Iowa, and it'd be like this hardcore Democrat farmer. I'm like, how the hell did they find, like, it's like the token, like they have to have, I guarantee you, like every election you look back, it's like, it's always that guy.
That guy.
Like, hey, they got him saved. Like, when we need a Democrat farmer,
go see Fred over there. Yeah. He's only one in the town.
Yeah. They're like, well, and they couldn't, they'd love nothing more than for you to just bash him, or you somehow contradict yourself, be like, I love Trump, whatever. But then, say something really dumb.
Yeah.
Either look really stupid so they can be like, look at these idiots. These are the dumbasses that vote for Trump. Like, they wanted you to do something like that.
Yeah.
Give them something that could go viral.
It just, I was a little bummed, because I was like, damn, the exposure.
It's also a little bit of a badge of honor. Be like,
I was too steady for them bastards, because that's what I didn't even like necessarily bash any like particular president. Like, I was like, this is not any one administration's problem. Like, I was like, it's not, and they really wanted me to say tariffs were the problem, and I actually told them, I said, tariffs have actually had very minimal effect on our harvest prices. Like, I was like, really and truthfully, this has been a problem that's been going on. I talked about, I said, if tariffs have affected anything, it maybe some of our costs are elevated in the world, like fertilizer and different things, but no, I didn't give them anything. And so, I guess that's the way I'll approach it. It's like, it is like a badge of honor. And now I'm really mad at myself, because I almost, my Mac has the ability to screen record. And I was like, and I had somebody after I did it, they were like, did you record it on your end? And I was like, damn it, I didn't. And I was like, shit, I should have recorded it on my end. Hell, I could have just released it myself. Now, I don't know if they might have a weird deal where they're like, you can't do that.
Well, or if they had kind of cut it up to where they took you out of context.
You could be like, no, that's not what I said. Here it is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I did not do that. And afterwards, I wished I had. Because how cool would it be if they did take it and like misconstrue it, and then we had the actual like video, and then it would be like Talk Dirt to Me versus New York Times.
Yeah. I don't know. We're probably more trustworthy.
I would hope so.
1,000,000,000% more.
I was going to say, I hope so.
And nowadays with the AI stuff, and I have kind of tried to stay out of the news lately, but apparently they released some of the Epstein pictures.
Yeah. Man, like, Bill Gates did a bunch of them.
Well, and again, I'll give him benefit of the doubt too, because I'm going to defend Trump just a little bit. It was a
him and the models
news outlet, but like literally they were like this photo, and then when they showed like the full image, like there was a little community note below it, and it's like, this picture has been debunked as it's been doctored as fake.
Yeah,
like it showed Trump like, and it wasn't super inappropriate, but it was a little bit creepy. Like he
just had his wiener out.
Yeah, he was fully nude. No, it was just like this girl who was very young. Like he had his hand like on her leg. You're kind of like, yeah. You're like, that's a totally fake photo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man. And so and to be fair, like I guess any of them you see now, unless it's somehow verified by some forensics expert, like
you can't believe anything.
How do you know what's fake and what's real?
Yeah.
Except for some of the AI videos. There's some of them I'm like, I think that one might be fake.
Where the guy hides in the pile of corn and the deer comes over and then he jumps out and attacks the deer. Yeah. No, but yeah, no, I was a little bummed just because I'm like, man, think of the exposure for the show if we had gotten some recognition from New York Times. But because they just have a huge, huge platform. New York Times sucks. They're very liberal. I knew it going in. I was nervous. I was very nervous. I actually like pre-gamed, like getting ready. I I did a bunch of cocaine in preparation. No, but I actually used ChatGPT, and I'm gonna give you guys some like me and the Terminator. I utilize the Terminator quite often, and I knew. All right,
you didn't even do the interview.
I probably didn't. Yeah, I just let the Terminator do it for me.
You just had ChatGPT.
I had an AI version of myself do the interview. But no, I asked ChatGPT. I said, all right, I'm doing a New York Times interview. I said, New York Times is ragingly liberal. They're going to try to get me. I said, they're going to try to trap me and get me in a gotcha moment. I said, give me a list of trap questions, and then I'm going to answer them and how I would try to get out of it. So it did. It gave me it was like, gotcha. And it was like, yeah, they're going to try to get your ass. It's like they're going to try. And so it gave me 7 trap questions. And then I went through and I answered each question. And then it critiqued my response and told me this is pretty good. I would kind of modify it here. So dude, I was on my A game when I went in there.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff like AI, the videos and pictures. I'm like, man, I can't believe anything anymore. There is some stuff, if you use it right, it's a pretty damn valuable tool in that sense. If you find yourself going on a really liberal platform and you want to get prepared, it's pretty good there. You might be so prepared that then your interview just never sees the light of day.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll come out. Who knows? But I feel like it would have by now. So, you want to cue the man?
The man. I saw where his son just went on the Sean Ryan show.
I saw that. Yeah, I did. That looks interesting. Old Hunter.
And I shouldn't judge it until I actually watched it myself. But people were giving Sean Ryan hell in the comments that he was way too easy on him.
Well, it said the same thing about him with Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. I wondered, is he going liberal?
No, he's not. No, I've listened to Sean. Actually, the guys that I met with Real News, no bullshit, John, he went on there. I listen to him on there, and Sean's.
Is he just trying to get to a broader audience?
Yeah, he just wants to have discussions.
Yeah,
and that's what he's like. Man, I'll give anybody a platform to talk.
I didn't listen to it, so I shouldn't judge it. But I think a lot of people there were very clear, obvious points where you should have pushed back on him and pressed him, and
I could see that
you totally the questions we all want the answers to, and you didn't even ask them.
I think that's kind of I didn't listen to, because shit, man. You think some of Joe's episodes are long?
I couldn't do that. I mean,
it would be awkward. It'd be uncomfortable.
Bringing on a guest that that you're going to literally try to piss them off.
We talked about how bad we are at haggling. I'm not a debater.
Yeah, I don't want to create
conflict.
Yeah.
No,
I avoid conflict at all. At all costs.
Totally the same way. There's no way. If I invited Hunter Biden, I don't like Hunter Biden, but if we invited him on the show, I'm not going to be like, Hunter, so tell us about all the hookers and prostitutes and shit was on your laptop, you piece of shit. I just couldn't do it. And then if he's like, well, so-and-so, then, because some people are good at being like, well, now, wait a minute. No, you did so-and-so. Like Pierce Morgan just eviscerated Candace Owens. I don't know did you see that?
No. And I don't even care about any. I mean,
I don't get into them, but I got a buddy that gets into them. And so he sends me stuff and I'll watch it. But one of them, Pierce dominated Candace, and he just kept pushing back. And I actually get uncomfortable watching those because I'm like, God, I'm like, man, I just don't, this is unpleasant. The most unpleasant of all, I told Bobby Lee about this one. I don't know if some of y'all, most of you
mentioned it on here.
Stephen Crowder with Joe Rogan. Yeah. Gosh damn it, man. I was like, I was having a hard time listening to that when he got so uncomfortable. So, all right, cue him up.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
I guess we'll do Mossberg.
Yeah, I bought my son a Mossberg, which I actually have a Mossberg. Hell, he actually killed his turkey back in the spring with my Mossberg 20-gauge turkey gun.
Yeah.
My son's had a hell of a good year when it comes to outdoors. Killed his first turkey, killed his first deer, and his
first human being.
I didn't know where you were going.
Do you ever?
No.
That's why we have been asked to be at the national convention. It's because of those kind of conversations.
I don't know if they want us to be that unpredictable.
They want us to specifically speak about gerbling.
Like we really heard that episode.
That was so awesome and diverse.
Came totally out of left field, but get out the rubber sheets and gerbils. But yeah, then I actually bought him for his birthday because the turkey gun I got's a full size. It's 20 gauge, but it's full size. Anyway, bought him the Bantam model 20 gauge waterfowl pump shotgun, and because he'd been duck hunting with me a bunch, but he's like, I want to shoot. Well, this weekend, actually the duck hunting was terrible. Geese were around though, and
I saw he killed a banded goose.
He killed a banded snow goose, and he 100% killed it. Now, all right, it is a long story, but I'll make it short. We assume it's bird flu. Something is really affecting the snow geese, much more so than the speckled bellies.
Yeah,
but
it was flying all like retarded.
No, it wasn't even flying.
It was just like, oh shit, it's like hobbling.
Him hitting a flying goose. Actually, I shot a couple last weekend that were flying, but even then we're like, yeah, something wasn't quite right. Like, they weren't like, you see tens of thousands of geese flying, and then there's like.
Did they sound like Gary Busey imitating the goose?
Not quite. But this one, like, we were getting ready to leave. We hadn't shot any ducks. Man, the early season was really good, and it's just ducks have moved on. And he's like, he really hadn't gotten to shoot much. Like I've let him shoot we let him shoot one time Saturday, just like in the sky.
Yeah.
Because like he needs to shoot the gun anyway. But
anyway, yeah.
I went and got the four-wheeler and I was looking, because I've been looking, I was like, I'm not sure if that's a dead goose or like, no, sure enough, one was alive over there and it was moving. And there's not just like hundreds of dead geese, but I'm like, hell, we need to kill it, put it out of its misery anyway.
Yeah.
We go over there, I let him shoot it. Good job, Willis. He's all pumped. Like, but when we know it's like sick of some kind, we're not. And I have cleaned and eaten snow geese. A lot of people don't even eat them anyway.
Yeah.
But under all circumstances, we weren't. Like, I didn't even really want to touch it. I go over there to it because like, we gotta go look at it. Of course, it's the first one. I kind of use my boot to flip it over. I nearly fainted. Which I know a lot of our audience probably is familiar with hunting and killing a banded bird, but I looked it up. I used ChatGPT. It's about roughly 1 in 1,000 by estimates.
Children actually banned these geese. That was some child's goose. For people that don't know, this is a pet goose. And this kid had probably let it out for the day, and then they come back at night, and then Willis killed it.
There's a goose farm like just a few hundred feet from where we were sitting.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Some blind kid has this goose.
Yeah, like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, their pets' heads are falling off.
We taped its head back on and sold it back to him. But no, I mean like they banned these birds, and it's for tracking purposes, because then it was banded in Canada.
Nice.
It was banded actually just a few months ago. It was a juvenile, which the veterinarian in me, because looking at some of the dead ones, and we would even pick some of them up that would be like right around where we were hunting because we didn't want to mess the dogs up.
Yeah.
It's like they all seem small. I was like, I wonder if the juveniles
are more susceptible.
Yeah, less immune. And sure enough, this one was just banded in August, and they literally noted on the certificate that it was too young to fly at that time. So I mean, it's like barely off the nest.
Yeah.
But it's 25 years of duck and goose hunting roughly that I've done. I've never killed a band.
Yeah, I've never killed a band, which now I haven't done it. You've hunted way more on the duck and geese than me. I've never goose hunted.
Well, and
but I don't eat geese.
Well, and we were like, are you goose hunting or you're duck hunting? Like, yeah, we're going to shoot whatever flies.
Yeah. I mean, if a hawk comes over, I might shoot it.
And we're specifically targeting ducks in that specific setup. But we did actually went Saturday afternoon and hunted geese. But yeah, Mossberg, made in USA. But that's why I bought the lottery ticket. I got to thinking about it, and I was like,
hey, he killed a banded. Yeah, that's true.
First bird he's ever killed was banded.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many ducks and geese I've killed in 25 years. I mean, it's not, I really don't know. But I've killed hundreds. I don't know that I'm into the thousands, but never killed a band. Only one time I've ever been on a hunt where a band was killed, but it wasn't me.
Yeah.
the first bird he's literally even like legitimately even shot at, really.
It was a banded goose, yeah.
Had a band on it.
Yeah. Hey, well, you never know. You might hit it, man. You can't win it not playing.
That's right. That's what they say.
Have you ever I was thinking Mossbergs. My dad has a Mossberg. He's got the turkey like an 835 or something. And all I know is it kicks like a freight train, because we actually were duck hunting one time, and he shot at a bird overhead, and he pulled the gun off of his shoulder just in a frenzy up ahead, and it hit him in the nose and bloodied his nose. It kicked like crap. He turkey hunts with it, and it kicks like a freight train shooting 3.5-inch turkey load.
Well, and this is a 20 gauge. And my turkey gun, now everybody with the TSS
uses 410s.
Well, I got a 20 gauge.
Yeah. I still, man, I'm not a huge turkey hunter. Deer hunting's my thing, but when I turkey hunt, actually me and Dad both use long beards, those Winchester.
Yeah, XR.
They pattern great, man. Like at 40 yards, it will chop the head off a turkey. So we use those, but we're shooting 3.5. Yeah, I mean, they kick. I got a Beretta Extrema, but on the Mossbergs, we shot some pumpkins the other day. I'd let me and Levi and Emerson went out and we shot some pumpkins. It's been a little while. I had a revolver and a pistol, and then I got a Mossberg, it was a Mossberg 930, I think. It's a semi-automatic, but it's like a tactical shotgun. It's got an extended tube on it, and I had double-aught buckshot in there, 3-inch, and I had shot the pumpkin with the revolver. My revolver's a Colt Python. It's a 357 Magnum. I shot it. Man, it was pretty cool. But Levi and them were like, man, wow. And I was like, yeah, check this out. And I pulled out this Mossberg, and the barrel's not super long on it, but again, the tube is just as long as the barrel. And I got like point blank range with this thing, and this thing with double-aught buckshot, it throws a fireball out the end of this shotgun like that long. Like it looks so badass. Like I got a boner when I was shooting this thing, and I shot it, and it throws fire out, and it just like exploded the pumpkin. Like pieces of pumpkin go everywhere, and Levi's like, "Wow!" Like, it's like the coolest thing ever. Like so I was just unloading on these pumpkins. I mean, it would just crater the ground, and it kicks like crazy. But that one, and then I got a 500, which was the first one, which is the most pointless shotgun that I own. It is an extended tube pistol grip pump, and all I do is think about Rage Against the Machine's song, Pistol Grip Pump, when I got this thing. And I have shot buckshot through it, and it hurts like hell because it kicks so hard, and all the recoil comes straight into the palm of your hand because it's a pump.
Oh,
so
it doesn't have a stock.
No stock. It's literally just a pistol grip on the end of it.
Because my turkey gun has a pistol grip, but it's got full stock.
Yeah, that's how my 930 is. It's got a pistol grip, but a stock. No, the 500, that's like a street sweeper. Like, man, you could like tuck it under your coat, pull it out, but it's got an 8 or 9 shell tube on it. And me and Marcy were shooting it back when we were dating. I'd bought this thing, and I remember I was shooting it, and I had been shooting birdshot, and I could one-handed shoot it with a 2 3/4 inch like dove or birdshot, and I put some buckshot in there. And I was about to let Marcy shoot it. I was like, shoot this thing. I put some buckshot in it, and I was like, I better try this first just to see. And it kicked so hard the first time that it almost came out of my hands, and I was like, shit, if I had let her shoot that thing, it would have like hit her in the head. And so I was like, so I will say that 500 kicks like a bitch, but it is just, you feel like you want to go rob a bank. Like, I mean, you just want to go rob somebody. Or just mug them on the street. Like, I don't even know if I want to rob a bank with it. Like, I just feel like an outlaw. I need a motorcycle. The only other shotgun that would rival that one to me, what is the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger uses in the Terminator? Is it a 1887? It's a lever action pistol grip.
Yeah. But I don't know my models that well.
It was something like an 1887, but he learned how to, he could rack the lever. Yeah. One-handed, sling it, and then shoot. And I'm like, that thing is just, a pair of balls and shotgun for him. Like, that is just a badass shotgun.
Well, you don't want to hurt any innocent people, but just like somebody like kicks in your front door to rob your house, and like
I want to shoot them, and I want their feet to fly off the ground.
Yeah, you're sitting there in the table with a cigar and a glass of whiskey because you know they're coming,
and I'm naked.
All right, yeah, fantasy went to a whole nother level. But yeah, you're just sitting there waiting on them like a badass in the movie, and they kick in the door, and you just. You hit them one time and they. But
it needs to like even blow the doors off the hinges. Like, I know I have to repair that afterwards, but like still, it's like I want to shoot them, and just their whole body kind of.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're like picking the lock. If they're on the other side of the door,
boom.
Yeah, you shoot them through the door.
Yeah, that would be pretty legit. Yeah. No,
bad guys. We're not advocating killing innocent people.
Yes, no. When I say mug people, I mean like bad people that I'm mugging. Like, I want to go mug the mugger.
Yeah.
I want to find the guy mugging somebody and mug them.
You'd be like a vigilante, like riding around on a motorcycle and
yes,
you see a guy that's about to
try to take a woman into a dark alley.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm about to blow your kneecaps out.
Yeah. Oh no, you got to kill him.
Well, I will, but it's going to be kneecaps first, and then I'm going to wait a little bit.
Slow death.
Yeah, slow death, medieval. Guys, you won't go wrong with Mossberg. They actually I've not shot them, but I've heard a lot of good about their Patriot rifles.
I have too. Yeah,
they're similar to
only experience with the shotguns. But
yeah. I don't know. I may have shot a Mossberg rifle, but I will tell you I think they're good, especially on their bolt action rifles. They're like a good entry level bolt action, and they may have some higher end ones. But Mossberg is just one of those, man. Like, if you just want I just need a good bolt action rifle, go kill some deer or something. I feel like Mossberg, you're probably not going to go wrong with that.
No, I agree.
So check them out. While you're checking out Mossberg, we also want you to leave us 5-star ratings on Apple and on Spotify. We want you to do that so that we don't have to come after you with our Mossbergs.
Yeah, don't be like me and listen to podcasts and don't rate them.
That's right.
And I say that I can think of probably. I bet there's at least 8 or 10 podcasts I have rated.
That you have rated.
Well, and part of it too is a lot of these podcasts have been listened to for like 5, 6, 8 years, and so
you just forget about it.
Well, you done it, and so I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And so if you're not sure if you rated us or not, go in there and try to rate us again.
Yeah,
and if it lets you, that means you probably didn't do it originally. But
yeah, do it. It's not going to hurt us to double rate. So do that, and then if you're watching this on YouTube, comment below. Let us know what you got for Christmas. Let us know how your Christmas went, and guys, next week will be our cool goals episode where we'll break down what goals we actually achieved and didn't, and then we'll set new goals.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because we're literally recording on December 22nd. And so we're like full-blown Christmas spirit. But we did our Christmas episode
last week. Yeah,
because this one won't come out until the day after Christmas.
Yeah, it's thrown me off.
So this is our end of the year one, even though we're not even. And so the next week we won't quite be to the end of the year, but it'll be our new year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really thrown me off. It has really thrown me off. But we do hope all of you had a great Christmas. And we ask, what else they need to do?
Y'all check out agzaga.com. They're good no matter what year you shop there. Talk Dirt 20 is that discount code, $20 off, $50 minimum order. Check them out. Do some shopping.
Do it. We still got a few shirts. We had quite a few orders come in the last couple of days. We still got some shirts and stuff in stock. Jump on our website, talkdirtpodcast.com. Visit the store. Order your shirts. Don't be a gay. Or if you are a gay, at least be a gay in style and have you some Talk Dirt to Me attire on.
I think the gays.
God bless America.
I think the gays could really appreciate the attire.
Got to smell the suburban. Bobby Lee's trying to euthanize me in here. Dr. Death over here, I call him.
Oh, Lord.
You going to rip them like that? I'm going to call it out on air.
You're exaggerating.
God, like I said, they're rapid and violent, man. Like, that is how I describe Bobby Lee's farts. Like, it's already gone, man. I mean, it's such a powerfully intense smell. And then it just is gone after that.
I think it was the dog.
Maybe. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.
We'll catch you next year.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, we will.
No, this one won't be.
The one after this.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's right. We will.
It's confusing as hell, but yeah.
God, it is.
We'll talk to y'all next year.
Yeah, see you next year. Yeah, the old cheesy joke.
I mean, when
year.
we will be talking to them, it will still technically be 2025. But
the next one.
But by the time they hear it, it'll be 2026.
No, not this one.
I know, but the next one.
Ah, yes, yeah. Why is this so confusing? My gosh.
Right. We'll record like next Wednesday, which will still be 2025, but it'll come out in 2026.
Yes. God bless. All right, guys. See y'all.
See y'all.